Hello, everybody. How is your day? Welcome to our regime here of work. Work ethic, workaholic. What is one thing reading the book? It's another thing experiencing the reality of it. You have to tell stories to people who are at home. They don't even have an understanding of what is happening. Okay. Here we go with another class now. And the class, where is my, okay. All right. So here we are making order through the law of difference. Making order through the law of difference. So that's a book. We have a book on that, the law of difference. And so making order or bringing order to a nation, to a business, to a life, to an environment through the law of difference. Making order through the law of difference. Okay, who is that?
The ability to see a difference is one of the most powerful qualities of wisdom.
So wisdom is the ability to see difference. For example, if I call two people to stand up here, can two people come up here? Yeah, let Busala come. Yeah, Busala. What about if I ask you people to say, do you see any difference between the two people that are here? Do you people see any difference? You said yes, of course. What about if somebody comes and says there is no difference? What will you call that particular person? Blind or insane? Insane is a better word. First of all, there are so many glaring differences. The first difference that I would not be able to control it. The first difference is one is a boy, one is a girl. The second difference is one is tall, one is not so tall. So for you to now say you don't see any difference, that is foolishness or being insane. Okay, now listen. The ability not to be able to see difference is lack of wisdom. Anybody who doesn't see difference here lacks wisdom, absolutely. So when you are not able to see difference, the reason why you are not able to see difference is that you don't have wisdom in that sense. All right. Let me give you another example. Anybody has some money there? Some cash? It has to be two papers. Okay, they are like the same, right? Is there any figure? All of them are the same. Yes. I need two like this. Okay. So these are two different currencies in my hand. If I say, is there any difference between these two currencies? And somebody looks and says there is no difference. It's the same thing. You say the person is foolish. Now, this is hryvnia, this is pounds. What will you say is the difference? Somebody will say there is no difference. Now, if I ask you what is the difference between two currencies and you don't know what exchange rate means, You could just say, this is money, no difference. Why is it that you say there is no difference? But this is money, no difference. Why will you say there is no difference? Because you don't know anything about exchange rate, currency values. So that lack of knowledge equals lack of wisdom, because then you'll not be able to make a choice. You are not going to be able to make an informed choice. So let's say this is 20 pounds, this is $20, 20 grivni, 20 pounds. But this is 20, this is 20. And I say pick one. The person who doesn't have wisdom in exchange rates and in value, currency value, will just say, what's the difference? This is 42, it's 20. He picks this one, which is grivni, even though it's 20 and this is 22. But we have just seen lack of wisdom there. What is lack of wisdom? The information he doesn't know, the wisdom he doesn't know, is making him to make the wrong choice. Wisdom, therefore, is the ability to see difference. The one that sees difference between 20 pounds and 20 grivni, he sees the difference, is the one that has the wisdom. The ones that doesn't see the difference between them is the one that lacks wisdom. Now, what about if I say this is 200 grivni and this is 20 pounds? Which one will you pick? But this is 200 now. 200. Is it not bigger than 200? For a normal person who doesn't know the wisdom, who doesn't know the difference, no law of difference, no difference. He doesn't have the wisdom. So he cannot differentiate. Why did he say he would rather pick the lower denomination of 20 over 200? Because he has some information. He possesses the wisdom to see difference. But the ones that doesn't possess the wisdom, it cannot make the difference. The ability to therefore notice difference, know the difference between the two, is what we call wisdom. Do you plan to marry anytime in the future? It might not be very soon, but anytime in the future. You plan to? You plan to? Okay, you come. He plans to marry sometime in the future. Since you plan to marry sometime in the future, you come here. Aye, why are you running away? Who will you rather choose to be your out of the two? No, will you choose that one? You want to choose this one? You will not choose that one? The way you said that no, as if, what's wrong? Why? Of course, no, right? Yeah. Now, then you come. You two of you come now. We'll see. Now we are going to find out. Why is it that when I want to marry, or when you want to marry, or when you want to marry, you don't choose exactly the same one like yourself, but you look more similar? There is no more similarity here than that one. That similarity is not attractive. Why? The similarity is not appealing to you for some reason. It's not appealing to you. It's not attractive to you. You know why? Because it is only difference that appeals. It is only difference that is attractive. Most of the time in life, all of us, we are looking for uniformity. We want to be friends with people who look just like us. We want to fellowship with people who resemble us. Even when we want to marry somebody who has the same quality as us. That is lack of wisdom. You see, he looks just like him, but he doesn't want to marry him. Why? Because he has wisdom to know that compatible is in the difference. Difference, therefore, is the ability to see difference, to differentiate. If you don't differentiate, say, what's the difference? Either how or this one, what's the difference now? No difference. Then we will say, he lacks wisdom. If he doesn't see the difference between her and him, then he lacks wisdom. It is difference that knows that, no, this is a lady. This one that is more compatible to me than this one. As a matter of fact, the reason why you are attracted to the opposite sex is because of the things that make you different. She has bigger breasts than you. That's why you are attracted to her. But you have the same kind of breast. You don't seem to fancy him at all. See, it's a difference. The ability to see difference. Just like with that money, that is wisdom. Even when you have 200 and you have 20, you see the difference. And you are not choosing the bigger one, but the smaller one. That is the ability to differentiate, to be able to say. For example, can you give me 2 of those grievings? They have the same number, or dollar or pounds, but they have to have the same number, right? Now, these are two notes here, notes of money. Now, if I tell you one of them is fake and one is real, you know, the only person who can tell the difference is someone who is being trained to know the difference. I cannot tell which one is real, which one is fake. I can tell. But if you put it in the computer, or if an expert comes, so what is it that makes the expert to know the one that is fake and the one that is real, and I don't know? Because the expert possesses the wisdom, he's been trained in it. His ability to see difference shows that he is wise. He has the wisdom, and I don't have that wisdom to know the difference. I don't know if you are getting it. The ability to see difference is wisdom. Wisdom is always in the ability to see difference in things. Okay, can I have you, my sister? You think it's possible if I have a request for you? Can I mention my request? Yeah. I want you to remove that one, the other one too. Now you come here. Yeah. This is silver. Let's say this is silver. See? All of you guys, you can see. We have silver here, silver here, silver here. But one of these silver is real, and another one is not. But me, I don't know which one is real, which one is not. And can you find out which one is real and which one is not?
No.
Can you find out? Can anybody find out? Nobody can. Why is it that we all cannot find out which one of the silver or gold is real and which one is fake? We don't possess the wisdom. We can't see difference. The person who possesses the wisdom to see difference, the person who can see the difference is the one who possesses the wisdom. Wisdom is always in the ability to see difference. Now, thank you, my dear. Now, come. Now I have 2 ladies here. Are you married? Are you married? Let's say somebody comes and says, I want to marry her. And another person comes and says, I want to marry her. What makes a man or a woman to know which one to marry? Problem. What makes the lady to know which one to marry? The reason why I know that she's the one for me to marry is my ability to see something different in her. Wisdom makes me to see something different. When I choose to marry her, it means out of the millions of people that live in America, in the same country where she lives, but there are millions of women there too. Why is it that it's high, peak? I see a difference. Why is it that women sometimes reject people and say, I don't want to marry you because you didn't prove to her a difference. A woman will rather remain single and not agree to marry anybody. And you know, the reason why she would rather remain single is because you have not proved to her either her own difference. You've got to convince her of her difference and of her preference. You've got to show her and prove to her that you see difference in her. It is when you see that difference and celebrate her difference, she falls for you. But also, you've got to prove to her your difference, that you are superior and better than all other guys out there. It is when she is sure of your difference, that you are different from him, or from Jack and Joe and from everybody else, then she can fall for the law of difference. So which one of you have not read the book? You've not read it. Because the way you are responding as if you have not read it. But that's the thing I put, everything I'm telling you, I'm telling you from this book. Everything I've just told you, I'm telling you from this book. The law of difference. The law of difference. The law of difference. So why is it that women remain single? Nobody has proved to them. Nobody has proved to them their difference as men, as a man, and convince her of her difference. Or either of the two. Maybe sometimes you convince the lady of her difference that she's beautiful. She say, I know that. But you have not convinced me that you can provide for me, that you are different from all other guys who are disappointed women. You've not convinced me of your difference. Mm-hmm. You've not convinced me that you are different from all of that bunch of people who are breaking girls. So you have not convinced me of that. You've not convinced me of your difference. The law of difference, that's it here. So, now, let's get 4 of you on one line. 4 of you on one line. Okay. Now, let's continue. Why do I see the need to honor him and him? And her and him and her. Why do I bow down to them? Because only wisdom sees honor. Only wisdom sees difference. Therefore, when I bow down to him, and I honor him, and I respect him, you say, why? But you are Pastor Sunday now. That is why not everybody can see what is unique in it. But that's just a boy. But someone who is deep in wisdom sees that there is something unique in every human being. The ability to see that difference in everybody else. When nobody sees anything. That's wisdom. For example, do you know what is called stones? If you go outside there, you will see stones. If you climb to your house, you will see stones. Anywhere you go, you see stones. So where are some stones called precious stones? Because of their difference. So why is it that the precious stones, you are not playing football with them over there in the street without the rest of the stones? Because they are too different. Because of their difference. That's why, because all other stones, you walk on them, on top of them. You play around, kick them around. But the precious stones, you don't. Why is it that some stones, they are kept in the store? And people clean them up every day. And some stones, you are walking on top of them. So, but then, if you see somebody who now bring all the diamond in the store and put them on the same place with all these ones, I just playing football with all of them, what will you say is wrong with him? Foolishness. he doesn't have wisdom. He will say he's crazy. Why? Because he cannot differentiate. So anybody who sees people like this and doesn't see any, when I look at all of you and I don't see anything unique in every one of you, if I don't see the reason to respect all of you, that talks about my foolishness, my ability, my lack of wisdom. So when you go to Nigeria, where people don't love and respect anybody, you pass by the disabled who are walking, who are running on the floor. You pass by the blind. You pass by the crippled. You pass by, and you think because they are crippled, they don't deserve to be noticed. They don't. Oh. When you think because they are blind, because they are deaf, because they are crippled, they are nothing. That doesn't talk about them. That talks about you. Your lack of wisdom. Because when the Good Samaritan notice the one that doesn't deserve to be noticed, battered, bruised, crippled, incapacitated, that's what God noticed. And just said, this man, the priest, didn't notice. He lacked wisdom. The Levite didn't notice. He lacked wisdom. But look at the man that noticed. That's the man of wisdom. He's the one that goes to heaven. If you are able to, because that man was able to see the image of God, the treasure in the cripple, in the bruise. Because everybody has a treasure that deserves to be noticed. That's why Jesus said, I am the one who was naked, and you clothed me. But all the rest don't say, when is it that I was naked? Where you? No, that is not true. When you say that you are naked, they didn't see the difference. The ones who are able to see the difference, they saw Jesus. There is uniqueness in everybody. So that sometimes when I go to places, everybody wants to carry my bag and help me. I say, but those are women and other people. Why? But he has 3 bags. Go and help him. He said, no, but you are the pastor. You are the big man. Because they are only able to see the glaring things, the physical things, the obvious things, that I'm a big man. But the treasure of the nature of God and the image of God in everybody else, the hidden things, they are not able to see. It's only foolish that see only glaring things. But the deep people of wisdom, they are able to see difference even in the common. And I told them, I know what you want. So I said, why is it that you want to help me carry my own bag? A woman is carrying bag, you are not helping. The man is carrying 3, 4 bags, you are not helping. Me, I'm carrying just one little one, you want to help me. What's your problem? He said, but you are the one who is anointed. I want anointing. He said, because, I want double portion. So right there, I know that you are not honest. You are not sincere. You are not real. Because you are after your self-gain and self-interest. I said, okay, I will give it to you. You know what I did? I gave it to him, my little bag. And I went and picked the bag of the other guy, small guy. I picked his bag. I picked the bag of the girl. He said, no, don't pick it, don't pick it. He was taking from me again. Because it's me they want to. That is self-gain, selfishness. That is lust. That is egocentrism. That is not wisdom. But wisdom, so he said, Pastor, but you are the big man now. Even those ones that say, no, don't carry from you. No. I said, because you are even though you are a small child, but you are the nature of God. Just like the God nature is in me, the big man. So also that same nature. So that's what Jesus said. I was naked. But people were seeing naked, crazy guy. But the one who is able to see Christ, I was naked. You saw Christ? That's wisdom. I was hungry. It was just some crazy homeless people who are hungry. But the ones who are able to feed them, they saw Christ. So that is what this book is about. The ability to be able to, if you have been around me, you must probably be hearing everybody say, Pastor Sunday respects everybody and honors people and is humble, and people talk like that. Have you ever heard things like that? Or maybe you noticed something? Yes. It's because of the law of difference. The ability to see what is not glaring. The ability to see what is not, like the silver, for example. I think for me, they are the same. But who sees the hidden things that everybody else doesn't say? Wisdom. The ability, this currency, I gave the same number, 200 grivne, 200 grivne. Who knows that it's fake? To me, they are the same. The hidden things. Who sees them? The only wisdom. And but these people are all your disciples. Why are you bowing to them? What is in them? Wisdom. Sees the wisdom that is in them. But it's even more, that is just on the surface also to know that there is God's image in all of them. But real wisdom will be able to look at her. I can look at her right now and tell you where she's unique and what I respect her for. I can look at him and tell you what is unique and what I respect him for. I can look at her and tell you what is unique about her, and what, even without listening to her, and what I respect her for. I can look at him right now and tell you what is unique about him and what I respect him for. And that takes now deeper wisdom. Wisdom is what sees what other people don't see. Wisdom is the ability to see the hidden things and differences. Wisdom sees difference. For example, women, do you go to shop sometimes? Do you go to shop sometimes? Well, I've tried to go with some women to shop, especially with my wife to shop. Why is it that you women are always going up and down for so long? I said, but the thing is here now, pick it and let's go. He said, no, go and come back. Go and come back. Go and come back. He said, I've been waiting here for 15 minutes, but the thing is here now. Because the women, they are looking for the difference. Why is it that one is the one that they must pick? But we just pick, but it's going to so what's the difference? I just pick where I go. Because you are looking for the difference. They are all the same product, but you are looking for the difference. Wisdom sees difference. So when then you get home, you say, oh, this is a better quality. Where did you find it? Wisdom has picked it. The one I bought was no good, though. Wisdom has picked it now. That's why I was going up and down, and the same thing. The law of difference is actually about wisdom. So how do we then use the law of difference to create order? That's what we are going to be studying today. Wow. No. Don't put it like that. Put it like that. Yeah. He's not used to it. Okay. Maybe before I go forward, let me help the young man here. He's just coming from Africa. He's just here 1 week from Africa. Doctor success. And can you see yourself in this guy? You can recognize yourself? I could recognize myself too. But since you have fresh story, come and tell your story to him and to the world. Let them hear so that we could give him some deliverance. Some law of difference. Because I was just like him when I came. For the first 2 weeks, I was just quiet like that. But I had my own thoughts inside over that.
Thank you so much. When I first came to HMT, that was April 2014. Of course, I had been in Europe for like a year, and I didn't know. Like I said, I'd already been damaged. So many things were happening to my life. And when I walked in here that day, so many mixed feelings. I was brought up with the cultural Yoruba, the Yoruba. If you understand what I mean. So we bow to everything. When you see,
at least everything that is older than you.
That is older than you. So we respect so much and all those kind of things like that. And I never knew that was damaging for me. I never knew that it had affected my self-confidence, that affected my view about life. and the religion and everything I was just messed up. But the unfortunate thing for me was I didn't even know, because every other young person where I came from was like me. So I didn't know that.
So you thought it was normal?
I thought I was normal.
Just like now, I'm talking about the things that are wrong with Nigerian Christianity, and everybody say, you are crazy. Why do you think you are different? They are asking me, why do I think I'm different? You think you know more than everybody else? Because they have been in that country, they have been so conditioned to think that the redeem is normal, Christ what? Embassy is normal, or winners is normal, that those are churches. But they are not Christian churches by the standard of theology. They are not Christian churches. But to a Nigerian, that is mind-blowing. That's like you are killing them. So they would rather say that I'm the one who is crazy, because that is what they are used to. They don't know that apart from them, those people who are not in their condition, who are in their environment, everybody else knows that what they are doing is rubbish if they are not Africans. So he thought it was normal. Because everybody was like him.
Just not to say anything, to be behind. I saw being behind as a form of respect.
As a virtue.
As a virtue. Being quiet, I saw it as a virtue. Just, don't disturb people. Just all this kind of cultural things like that. So when I came, and in fact, when I came for that HMT, when I was coming for that program, I wasn't expecting Pastor Sunday to be here for that HMT. Because where I came from, you definitely speak to their assistant pastors or the certain people with their signs to come do the training and all.
Can you imagine? They travel from their own city to come to an event where I organized, and they were not expecting, not only him, all the other guys, they were not expecting Pastor Sunday to be there. So why did you come? Oh, well, because it's under your ministry, but other small people have to come. For Pastor Sunday himself to come and teach us. But we are just students now. Pastor Sunday himself will be there. No, he cannot be there. They just put his name there and something. But that was just the beginning of surprises for him.
So Pastor walked in that morning, and the way Pastor will always come with the entrance, and I was very shocked. In fact, when I looked back and I saw him coming, I was very, very shocked. And the program started, and I was all the while trying to push away from everywhere Pastor was. He was trying to keep the maximum distance.
Just like he was doing that. They have been conditioned. It's like all of them have been conditioned like that. And he was doing, this guy was doing today and yesterday the same thing you are doing. But your own was 5 years ago. But he's still doing the same thing today. Because they come from the same place.
So when questions were asked, I would know it. I would be thinking there are older people in the room. Let them
Be the ones to speak.
Let them be the ones to talk. When they have talked, and then, so there was this particular question that Pastor asked, and I don't know, somehow, or maybe he said I should speak, I don't know. Somehow I was just the one to talk. And Pastor said, that is a very lovely answer. Come here and hug me.
I told him to come here and hug me.
And rather for me to hug him like that, I just went.
I said, hug me, it was the ballet. I said, what are you doing? I said, hug me now. I told him to hug. So I was, first of all, was trying to give him my hand. He was putting his hand down like this. He was going down. I said, hug me. He was saying, then later on, when eventually I got him to try to hug me, like you the last time too. So I was saying, hug me. He was saying, I said, I was coming to hug him. He was putting his head. I said, no, where are your hands? Bring your hands here. Conditioned.
I was just conditioned like that. And so many things began to pray for me from that day. So many things. Because even when Pastor eventually got to hug me, that was the first time in my life that I was going to be hugged. For the first time.
I said, even your father never hugged you. He said, no. I said, what, your mother? No. He was already 24 years old. And no human being has ever hugged him. Can you be? Not even what? No. If his mother and father had never hugged him, talk less of a lady. Can you imagine? And I'm sure it's not the only one like that. There might have been,
It's like a cultural thing where I come from.
there might be millions of people who have never been hugged. Can you believe it? That is mind-blowing. No human being will believe that in the West here.
Where I come from, if a father is hugging a child, it seems like you're pampering the child or you're
Spoiling him.
spoiling him.
Mine is not on? Or his is not on? His. Because you are supposed to get the right one to.
Yeah, yours is. Oxygen is good. So the problem is there. But it's on.
They said everything is okay for the two.
You can hear food? Sorry.
Let the guys finish his testimony now. Some people are getting the deliverance now.
So, after
For example, I used to see that I can understand if that had been the opposite sex. Okay? I could have understood. So, but now, it's now that because of him, I now begin to understand that, so the women, Nigerian women, because they would normally go down and do as if they are kneeling down. So I was thinking that, it's because of their upbringing that, they don't want to hug the opposite sex. Now it's just getting to me. Maybe they have never been hugged too as women too. So behind that going down, which we think is honoring, is actually a lot of complexes. It's not just because I'm opposite sex. Maybe they will not have even hugged the same sex like them. I mean, who are the same sex, but they will not even hug me. Can you imagine how much damage is?
And part of me also felt like I didn't deserve that kind of attention and that kind of hug because
Honor.
that kind of honor, I just felt I didn't deserve it. So being, of course, I followed Pastor Sunday closely for some years before coming. And what I even stopped me from coming before, because normally the I came to Ukraine, I would have come to see him if I knew that I could see him. But then I never thought, I was a student, I was just in part 3 or part 2. I never knew that I would get access to it. So that began to break a lot of things for me because Pastor needs to see that. In fact, one of the specific words that I will never forget that really got me is that Pastor said, stop thinking like a slave. That I had cultivated a slavery mindset. It's just this, watching the way I did everything and all that. And I determined, I saw that as my opportunity. I was going to break free from whatsoever that was holding me back. I knew there was something inside of me that was beyond ordinary, but nobody ever told me that. Nobody saw it in me. So when Pastor was able to any point attention to that, so that get off all of these cultural complexes and begin to live your life. So that began a new work for me because I was ready to hold on to what I got me on. I was not going to let it. So I kept coming back. About 2 months after, there was another HMT. I came back. About 3 months after, there was another. I just kept coming back.
No, but I told you that you have a challenge that you've got to overcome. What? Yeah, tell them that like that more. Emphasize that.
So Pastor told me that all of those cultural complexes and everything, the way I was raised up to that time, had given me a mindset that is making me think like a slave. So that thinking like a slave is the kind of thing, I thought it as being submissive, but it's actually not submission, it's actually being subjected. Like it was a spirit that already had conquered me, that made me dominated. So it was thinking like a slave. So I knew it was a mindset thing. Every time if there is an opportunity for people to be in a place, I would rather want to be at a place where I'm not in, where they focus and their attention. Even though I knew a lot of things, even though I had a lot of things I don't contribute, but I don't want to be seen. I don't always want to be there, the one that is ahead of me, the one that is always ahead. very, very deliberately. But for me to be able to conquer that slavery mindset, it was 2 years. I had to work on myself very hard for 2 years consistently.
What you are listening? What were you doing to work on yourself? Because people need to know.
Every month, I would always add a retreat. I always had my moment of solitude because from the first weekend I attended, one of the things that was emphasized a lot was solitude. So every month I would have my moment of solitude where I had a lot of every book that I could buy from Dr. Sunday's book that I could buy. I bought all of them that I could buy, and a lot of messages I downloaded in about 200 to 300 messages of Dr. Sunday on my laptop. Then we had the website called churchsheet.org where I could download all the messages. So I downloaded all the messages. I would go on solitude and I would listen again and again and again and again and again and again. That was basically what I would do in my solitude. I would make notes. So I just created a kind of an HMT environment for myself in school. So every time I went for solitude, I would just listen. I'll just listen to those messages again and again, and it brought a new order, a new mindset to me. I began to see myself anew. I knew I was worthy. I knew I was deserving. I knew not only was I deserving to be loved, I knew also that I had a lot of love inside of me to give to other people, to give to my world. So from there, I came after like 2 years of adequately working very hard on myself, my mindset. I got the opportunity definitely to begin to work closely with Pastor on different things, and that also gave me a new dimension of life, because now I could sit around Pastor on table on discussions, and maybe an issue, and receive high fives, receive all the hugs, and pastors would ask, hey, there's this thing we need to do. What do you think concerning this issue? And I will make an opinion. And I will say, this is what I think about it. And pastor will say, okay, let's do it like that. This is what we have to do. And I'm thinking, wow, my idea has been accepted. You know, all those things like that, it made so much, it just brought out the life inside of me. It was basically like I was dead before, and I was resurrected. Like I came out of the grave. So right now, people knew me from childhood, or who had known me at one point or the other in life. When they see me now, they can't relate it. Because in my high school, I was I was very, very brilliant. I was among the top 5 students in my school, and it was a very large school. It was a federal school. But people still didn't know me, even at that, because I wasn't at the forefront. I wasn't the one that would speak up, that would stand up, and all those things like that. But now, very easily, anywhere I am, I will raise my head. Anything I thought I'm not convenient with, I stand up and I speak. I raise my voice.
He's one of probably the most active Nigerians He is probably one of the most active Nigerians on social media, internet. Yeah, who doesn't know Dr. Success for Kalade? Everybody knows him. He's very active, good articles. Why? He just broke through, boom, to the world and declared himself to the world.
So that's, for me, is my testimony. It's a major breakthrough.
Hello.
There's no end to what can happen when we allow ourselves to grow out of those complexes, the damage that has been done over many, many, many years by culture, by religion. So there is hope for everyone. There's really this.
So don't worry. Congratulations.
We are brothers.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Well, are we ready for the class right now?